The crowd was electric. The air buzzed with anticipation as two icons from different worlds of combat stepped into the ring. On one side stood Mike Tyson, a force of nature, the embodiment of raw power and aggressive boxing mastery. Across from him was Cynthia Rothrock, the queen of martial arts, a five-time world champion in forms and weapons, known for her lightning-fast strikes and unparalleled agility. This was a fight that no one ever expected, but once it was announced, the world couldn't look away. The question lingered in the minds of millions watching. Could the tactical precision and speed of a martial arts master outmaneuver the brute force and ferocity of one of boxing's most feared champions? Mike Tyson's name alone strikes fear. Dubbed the baddest man on the planet, he dominated the heavyweight boxing division with a style that was equal parts terrifying and effective. His peekaboo defense, explosive footwork, and devastating hooks made him an unstoppable force in the ring. His fights often ended within minutes, his opponents crumbling under the sheer violence of his punches. He possessed knockout power unlike anyone in history. A single punch could end the fight in an instant. His ability to close the distance quickly meant his opponents had little time to react. Tyson could take a hit and keep coming, making him a nightmare for fighters who relied on endurance. Tyson was a boxer, and while lethal in that realm, his skill set was limited in a mixed-rules fight. Throughout his career, disciplined, technical fighters who knew how to keep him at bay had an advantage. Lack of experience with kicks and grappling. In a contest that allowed different martial arts techniques, he was vulnerable to attacks outside traditional boxing. Cynthia Rothrock, the martial arts dynamo. Cynthia Rothrock wasn't just a movie star, she was the real deal. A multiple-time world champion in martial arts, she had mastered styles like wushu, taekwondo, and northern Shaolin kung fu. What she lacked in brute force, she made up for in speed, precision, and technique. Her movement was unpredictable, making it hard for opponents to land clean hits. Unlike Tyson, who relied on fists, Rothrock could attack from multiple angles, using kicks, elbows, and even joint locks. She knew how to stay out of reach of a puncher, forcing opponents to fight on her terms. Rothrock was significantly smaller than Tyson, making direct exchanges dangerous. While her martial arts skills were top-tier, she had never faced a boxer of Tyson's caliber in a real fight. If Tyson managed to land, it could be lights out immediately. The bell rang and the fight was underway. Tyson, as expected, rushed forward like a bull, his eyes locked on Rothrock, looking for an early knockout. He threw a massive right hook, but Rothrock wasn't there. She had already sidestepped, moving like a shadow, staying just outside his reach. Rothrock danced around the ring, utilizing her superior footwork. She launched quick kicks to Tyson's legs, trying to slow him down. The crowd gasped as she executed a lightning-fast spinning back kick that landed cleanly on Tyson's ribs. But the former heavyweight champion barely flinched. Tyson grinned, a dangerous sight, and began cutting off the ring, forcing Rothrock toward the ropes. He lunged, unleashing a left uppercut that just missed her chin by inches. She countered with a rapid sequence of strikes, but Tyson's defense held strong. For the first 2 rounds, Rothrock controlled the fight with her kicks, avoiding Tyson's deadly hands. But in the 3rd round, everything changed. Rothrock attempted another spinning kick, but this time Tyson anticipated it. As she turned, he exploded forward with his signature leaping left hook. The punch connected. Rothrock's head snapped back as she staggered, her legs shaky for the first time. The arena erupted. Tyson had finally landed cleanly. Sensing weakness, Tyson closed the distance and unleashed a brutal combination. Rothrock blocked some of the shots, but the sheer power behind them forced her backward. The moment she slowed down, Tyson pounced. In a devastating sequence, Tyson landed a ferocious right hook to the body, followed by a left uppercut to the chin. Rothrock collapsed. The referee began counting. She tried to rise, her warrior spirit refusing to quit, but her body wouldn't respond. The fight was over. Mike Tyson had won by knockout in the 3rd round. Despite her loss, Rothrock had put up an incredible fight, showcasing the power and effectiveness of martial arts against a pure boxer. Her speed and skill had kept Tyson at bay for 2 rounds, but in the end, the sheer force of his punches proved too much. After the fight, Tyson embraced Rothrock, acknowledging her as one of the toughest fighters he had ever faced. "She's got heart, man," he said in the post-fight interview. "She's fast, smart, but in the end, power is power." While Tyson had won, the fight proved something important. strength isn't everything, and even the most dangerous puncher in history can be challenged by skill and precision. The battle between these two legends will forever remain one of the most unique and unforgettable matchups in combat sports history.